The Heart of Gold Award honors LaGrange County individuals who have gone above and beyond in our community in volunteerism and helping others. We love to hear the stories of those who are giving back to people in our community. They make this a great place to live. We now hope that you enjoy the rest of the stories from all of the volunteers in our community.
I nominated Robin Mitchell just because she's a huge advocate within the community for mental health, and she really is just gung-ho about that. She has a big heart of gold because she's very caring and she wants to help everyone. She always goes way above and beyond. She's always at the office after hours. She's there on Saturdays. She's just always within the community and always wants to help people.
A few years ago, I was approached by Judge Bowen Slavin, and she asked me if I would be part of the drug court. Here in LaGrange County, they were starting to come together and talk about whether or not they wanted to create a LaGrange problem-solving court, which is now the drug court for LaGrange County. So I started volunteering and meeting with them. I think we were meeting like weekly to try to see if this was something that LaGrange County needed, which obviously we did. We started meeting, I think it was in October of 2016, around that area. And so we've been meeting every week since then. It's like a treatment program where they can work really closely with the drug court coordinator. They come and they're be involved in treatment, and we just kind of wrap around services and wrap around a group of people. The prosecutor is involved, the judge is involved, we have a drug court coordinator, there's an attorney that, all these people volunteer their time. We have a lot of treatment providers that are there to really try to help them and assist them and show them that we care about them and that we really want them to be in recovery. Working at the Bowen Center, we see a lot of people who have a lot of addiction within the children, within the family, as they're coming in and out of the Bowen Center. So we have a lot of substance use issues in our county, and so we need to find different avenues to help fight the addiction. There's just so many touchable moments where there's moms up there talking about how they're a good mom now, and that they're talking about what their kids are doing, and their kids are involved in sports, and they're looking you in the eye, and they're smiling, and they're experiencing what the world is like in recovery. I mean, there's so many moments I could go on and on. It touches my heart to see people succeed and to be pleased with not only like how you see them, but how they see themselves. So it's just a neat program.
He loves people, and he's willing to help people, and he likes to, lift people up as much as possible, and he's got a heart of gold because he's willing to look to see where he can help people. And then he does a lot of work here. He's the president of the organization, and then he's the president, but he's willing to go. He uses his vehicle, and he'll go, like we're here Mondays and Thursdays, he'll go and pick up stuff before, like at some of the places that are donating food, or some of the places we buy a few things. He will go and use his truck and pick it up and bring it here, so it's ready to go that morning or whatever. He's trying to get the community involved as much as possible, but he has a heart of gold for people that he's serving.
First, I'm going to start out with a quote from Miles. The good Lord has been very good to us. Now it's time for me to give back. That really is my motto. And when I read that about what Miles said, that's what I want to put forth here. Well, I've been with the Food and Clothes Basket for 17 years, and I've been chairman of the board for about half that time. I really enjoy it. Then I volunteer here whenever I can, because I still work on the farm with my son, and so that comes first, but I just love to volunteer. At the Emma Church, I started out ushering for 20 years, and then I moved up into the trusteeship, and I've been doing that for 20 years. And I'm chairman of my Sunday school class that I can't get out of. Also, I serve on the Clay Township Advisory Board. That's my 12th year doing that. And so I love giving back to the community. I love to be involved. God has really been good to me, and to improve the community, I want to give back. because a lot of people gave me a start, worked with me, mentored me, and now I'm doing that to a couple young farmers even. They come to me, and I really enjoy the idea of mentoring them. What do I love about serving? Just helping others. I guess when I joined this, I had no idea we had people in LaGrange County living in cars. I had no idea that there was so many people that needed help. As you know, today, people don't have gardens. People don't have chickens at home or livestock, and so a lot of people are buying all their stuff that they eat. And so we're just here to provide that for them. You know, over these 17 years, I've created quite a bunch of relationships with some of these people, because maybe you see them every month, and you know, we try to help them wherever we can. Budgeting, and we'd like to do more of that. I try to get them a job, but we're just here to feed them and clothe them, like the Bible says, feed the hungry and clothe the needy. That's our ambition.
I think she has a heart of gold because she loves to be around people. She always has a smile on her face, loves to talk, communicate with everybody. I think when they come into a gift shop, a lot of times they may be a little upset, you know, about having a loved one in the hospital, and I think she can bring a smile and cheer them up. I think with her volunteering for so many years and winning an award this year for having the most volunteered hours at age 90, I think that's pretty spectacular. And she has, when she's not at the hospital, I know she goes out to the nursing home and sees friends and family. She's been a lifelong community member at the South Milford Church of Christ. She is never home. She is gone all the time. We can never catch her when I try to call. She's always out doing something, and I just really commend her for all of her activity that she does for the community, and along with the hospital. I think she is well deserving of an award.
I volunteer at the LaGrange County Hospital 2 days a week, 2 afternoons a week on Monday and Thursday at the Parkview gift shop. I just like to be around people, I guess. After I retired from the banking, I just wanted to be out and help people and be around people, I guess. How I started was my sister lived in Howe and she volunteered. And then she couldn't drive anymore, so I would go pick her up and bring her in. So then she said, well, why don't you just start volunteering? Well, so that's how I got started at the hospital. I think a lot of people come in just for a gift idea, especially in the nursery. There's a lot of shoppers for the nursery. And just any gift that they have in mind, and we try to help them pick out something that they'd like. The hospital is always needing volunteers, and I think anybody that tried it would enjoy it, being around people and helping people.
Carrie has a heart of gold because she has a servant's heart. I met Carrie when our children were in kindergarten, I believe. And when I first met her, there was an issue with trying to have a half-day kindergarten program because there weren't enough children that could get there transportation-wise. So I volunteered to drive some of the Amish kids, which turned out to be way more than I anticipated, and Carrie stepped in and was like, you know, let me help you with that. So from that point on, I've just kind of watched behind the scenes and noticed that Carrie does a lot for this community. She does a lot internationally. And for myself, for this nomination, she does so much for a cancer survivor. I'm a cancer survivor. And from the time I heard the word, you have cancer, I went into panic mode. And you have to somehow work yourself from panic mode to warrior mode, and it's difficult. I've learned over the past 5 years that my journey was made much easier by being able to drive myself to treatments. I had 35 radiation treatments all right in a row. 35 days I had to drive to the hospital. So what I've learned is from the Amish people that they're getting these free rides, and that's a big thing for them. So imagine, take yourself back, you just found out you have cancer. You really want to know if you're going to live or die. And as you're starting to work out of the panic, you get to the point where you say, how am I going to get back and forth if I don't drive? And there's a program that the American Cancer Society does, funded by Relay for Life, called Road to Recovery. And that's where Carrie comes in. She signed up as a volunteer driver. Anytime anybody needs a ride to treatment or to the doctor, they call an 800 number. And Carrie comes to the rescue and gives them a ride. And I just think it's like, how do you go from panic to warrior without somebody like Carrie?
I especially, and I think maybe that's more the thing for this particular thing, is Road to Recovery. It's a driving program under the umbrella of American Cancer Society, and it's a need-based program that provides rides for patients with cancer. I do LaGrange County mostly. That's my choice. You can do lots of different places, but it's a choice. I usually stay within LaGrange County, and a lot of my people, the ones I give rides to, are from the Amish community. So yeah, I take them back and forth to chemo, radiation, doctor's appointments, whatever they need, that kind of thing. You know, maybe some of the other things that are Elijah Haven, I help on that board. And I do something with a program, or a ministry actually, called Bible Study Fellowship, and involved in that too, have been for a number of years. So our church has a weekly newsletter type of thing, and there just happened to be a little blurb in there about a need for drivers from our area to help with the program. I just responded to it. It was a gal that was a coordinator, just give her a call. At that point in my life, I think my kids were probably, it was a number of years ago, so the kids were both either in college or out of school, and I had some time that I wanted to devote to something, and that happened to be something that caught my eye, so I did that and started it, and actually it's been one of my favorite things to volunteer with. I really, really enjoy it. I never really thought so much that it would be a relational kind of a thing, and it has turned into that. I can think of lots of the names that I've done and the people that I have taken to different places over the years, and honestly some of them have become some of my better friends, and just really enjoyed that relationship, even though it was a very stressful time in their life, a very unknown time, that it has turned into something that's been way beyond what I thought it was going to be. And it's so easy to do. That's the thing. It's not like I have any special gift with it. I can drive a car. I have some time. And that's really all it took to do what I'm doing. So anybody can do it. It's not like it's a hard thing. It's not like it takes special training or an area of expertise. It's a driver's license. American Cancer Society does some of the bigger picture kinds of things, insurance, you know, those kinds of things, and scheduling and that. But as far as me, it's a one-on-one kind of thing that is just it's just been a blessing, actually, and I hope it has been for them. It sounds like I'm doing it for myself, and I didn't think about that so much, but it kind of turned into as big a blessing for me, as I hope, as it was for them to get to where they needed to go.